Over the past few months, I've been working on building my own business, but in the last month in particular, I've been working on freelancing. And in order to get my very first client, I started with my own network and people that I already knew. So I asked my family, I asked my friends for people that they knew that owned businesses, and I got in touch with those people. And my very first client is a makeup artist. She has her own brand of makeup and she also sells it as a service as well. Over the past few weeks, I've been working on redesigning her website and she gave me a reference for that. And ultimately we decided on the price being around $1,500 for this. So realistically, if you wanted to land your first client, I would recommend asking your friends and your family for people that they already know, and you could potentially land your first person that you want to work with. I think this is super beneficial because you're leveraging the trust of people that you already know with that other person. And so it'll just build your connection with that other person. It'll make it 10 times easier. You can cold call. That is a strategy that can work for some people. And if you call like 200 people, you're bound to at least get a few people interested. But what I would recommend you do if you do that approach is call the business owner, talk to them. If they seem like they're interested, then go ahead and get them on a Zoom call. That way you can talk face to face and just explain to them exactly like what you do. You could even have like a slideshow, presentation or whatnot. And then whenever you do that, talk with them through the pricing options and whatnot. Now, what you can do is you can either get a retainer at the beginning, or you can take a percentage of the actual sales. Like for instance, if you're running ads for them through Meta, then you can take a percentage of those sales that you generate them. Typically you can take like between 5 and 15% actually. With the client that I landed, all she wanted me to do from the start was to just redesign her website. And like I had said, she gave me a reference website to go off of. So it was pretty easy to kind of determine how I was gonna redesign her website because of that reference. I had a background in building websites, specifically on Wix for years, but when I talked to my client, she had run her business specifically through Shopify. And so it was kind of a difficult transition for me to learn how to redesign the website through Shopify. What ultimately helped me learn Shopify was ChatGPT, because if you have any questions about literally anything, you can just ask it and then it will give you an answer. I'll put some clips up of how I actually redesigned her website. And she was ultimately really happy with it. I was really happy with it. And I also installed a chatbot on her website so people can book appointments like 10 times easier. It just streamlines the whole process. And that's also super beneficial too. So if you know how to program, if you don't know how to program, it's completely fine, because you can literally just use ChatGPT, or you can use Claude or Cursor AI even too. All of those are really great tools. So yeah, this was just the first video of how I got my first $1,500 sale. And I just want to come on here and show y'all kind of how you can get your first sale potentially.